For the next lecture point of the day, I'm going to talk about women's self-defense, and I'm going to just share all the women's self-defense techniques I know right now. And go. Yeah, see, there aren't any. The term of women's self-defense is a sham. It's nothing more than a marketing catchphrase. I've never seen any women's self-defense techniques that can't be used by males, okay? I can kick a guy in the balls pretty effectively. I can rake their eyes pretty effectively. I can use pepper spray effectively. A rape whistle's just as loud when I blow it. I can be penetrated by another male also. So really, what are they teaching you? I don't want to try and be funny here, but like seriously, I've never seen an instructor who teaches females to use their vaginas or breasts as weapons. So if you're not using that, then you're not teaching women self-defense. You're just teaching regular self-defense and sometimes some bogus self-defense, like the keys between the knuckles and shit like that. Because again, you're marketing, right? And this is my big criticism with a lot of martial artists is they're insurance salesmen. They're here to sell the idea of martial arts, or they're giving you techniques that can be used in such a narrow amount of circumstances that it's never actually going to happen. Again, like insurance companies only sell coverage for things that are most likely not going to happen. So my point being is the term women's self-defense, it's just a marketing tool. Okay, you're just learning techniques that are normal fucking techniques that males can learn and should also learn, but they're just putting a fancy title on it to make some extra sales. As far as actual women's self-defense advice I'm going to give you, it's also the same I'd give males. You need a weapon. Me, I'm big, strong, whatever. If 5 dudes jump me and they're serious about it, I'm not going to win that fight without a weapon. But especially for females, males are bigger, stronger, faster, both on average. And again, the strongest female against the strongest male is going to be this huge disparity. So if you realistically want to defend yourself against males or anybody, you need weapons. You need a gun, pepper spray, knife. You need a weapon. And the other thing too is that you need to train against males as well. Okay. It's not something I see super often, but I see a lot of women's only classes out there. And up until about 2 years ago, I would give a pass for the fact that, if you're female and you're going to compete in women's MMA, women's jiu-jitsu, women's judo, whatever, you're never actually going to fight a male. So if you're there purely for competition purposes and not defensive purposes, okay, I would have given you the pass. But I'm not going to say fortunately or unfortunately, but the writing is pretty clear on the wall now that trans athletes are just going to be a thing, and they're here to stay. And so at that point, now there's no excuses for female-only classes, because if you do compete, there's not a great chance, but there's still a chance you're going to run into a bigger, stronger genetic male. And then for all the sensitive, offended people out there, I want to be very clear. I'm talking about male and female scientifically. I'm not making any comments on gender. Okay, I'm purely just talking about the science here. And so essentially women's only classes now are just sweaty book clubs. Okay, you're not actually learning or actually giving yourself realistic scenarios to defend yourself in a real fight, or now even in competition. If you're fighting against only genetic females, you're not prepared for the bigger, stronger trans athlete you might fight against. So you need to train against males for that. So the conclusion on all of this, the women's self-defense is another marketing ploy. You should take general self-defense classes, find an instructor or somebody who teaches you, weapons and all these other things. You do need to train with males. I know it can be uncomfortable sometimes and be awkward, and it can be harassing at sometimes, but you need to realize that is the failure of the instructor and not a failure of reality. Okay, if you got dudes creeping up on you and your instructor's not doing shit about it, leave. Find a better gym. That's the solution there. Don't train only with females and deny yourself the stronger half of the population to train against. It's pretty self-explanatory, but a lot of people don't get it. You have to practice the way you play if you want to win.